Meet Ben. Ben has been steadily investing in his retirement since he joined the workforce 30 years ago. He's planning to retire in 5 to 10 years and wants a fresh look at his retirement portfolio to make sure he's on track. He's thinking about moving his $200,000 in mutual funds to something less risky. Ben worries about market volatility, or worse, a market downturn. His retirement account took a hit during the 2008 global financial crisis. It eventually recovered, but now that he's closer to retirement, he has less time to recover. While Ben may be risk-adverse, he knows he still needs to grow his nest egg to contend with inflation. He decides to meet with his financial advisor to evaluate his options. Option 1. Certificate of Deposits. Certificates of deposit, or CDs, are the safest option he's considering. They're backed by the FDIC and available from banks and credit unions. Ben likes that they offer higher interest rates than a savings account, but he doesn't like that the interest rates of CDs may be lower than inflation, both as it drops and rises. Ultimately, CDs don't make Ben feel good about his future purchasing power, especially with inflation. He passes. Option 2. Index-based mutual funds. Maybe he should just keep his money put. Because they're tied to market performance, his index funds offer more growth potential than a CD. The funds are invested in stocks within a specific market index, like the S&P 500. So when the market rises, so do his investments. That said, the same is true when the market dips. His investments do too. Is the potential growth worth the potential loss if the market takes a big drop? He's not so sure. Option 3. Fixed Index Annuity. Ben's third option is a fixed index annuity, or FIA. FIAs offer both growth potential and zero risk of market-based losses. For growth potential, you can choose an interest crediting method linked to the performance of an equity index, such as the S&P 500. But no matter what, you can't lose money due to poor market performance with an FIA. Why? Because an FIA is an insurance contract, and you are not invested in any index, stock, bond, or other market-based investments. That means an FIA isn't subject to the volatility of unpredictable gains and losses. FIAs offer some additional benefits that interest Ben. Investments are tax-deferred, so he can earn interest on dollars typically taxed, allowing his money to grow faster. He also likes that he can add a death benefit, so that if he dies, his beneficiaries receive his contract value. Ben considers his options. He likes that his potential growth isn't capped with a mutual fund, but the risk exposure makes him nervous. With an FIA, his growth might be limited by a cap or spread, but he won't have to stress about any market-based losses either. Ben's choice is clear. An FIA gives Ben all the predictability he's looking for, as well as growth potential as he nears retirement.